Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my first Project Pan Get Ready With Me of 2026. My husband and I are going to New York City for a little bit of a long weekend for some adult time without the kids. My mom and dad are watching our boys, so feeling so grateful that they can do that for us and for us to have some time in New York City. One of my best friends lives there, so we'll be seeing her. We have a show tonight. I have dinner, lunch, and dinner again reservations, and then a few other things that I definitely want to do. I'm a Virgo, so I have an itinerary basically. And it's just funny because my best friend who lives there, one of our other best friends, was in the city last weekend with her husband, and she's also a Virgo but had no itinerary, and so we were just laughing because we are so similar in some ways and so different in others. And that's just, you know, the good things about being best friends. But anyways, I did want to get ready before we left and thought that this was actually the perfect opportunity to film this month's Project Pan Get Ready With Me. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get my makeup on so I can pack it up. I'm gonna start first with my Tartsy Hydroflex Serum Foundation. I'm feeling like I'm getting closer to finishing this one up. I feel like that every time I use it, so hopefully one day that will actually happen. The majority of time when I'm wearing makeup is for work, and I feel like it just holds up really well throughout an entire work day. Sometimes I feel like with like tinted moisturizers or serum foundations, that's not always the case. This one does, so I appreciate it for that, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I am excited to be finishing it up hopefully soon. Next is my ColourPop eye primer. This is not in a project. As you all know, I don't really ever use like primers or mascaras, brow gels in my project pans because I only am ever using one of them at a time, and I really don't have very many in my collection, if any at all, other than the one that I'm using. Right now I'm gonna set all of that with my CoverGirl Clean Fresh powder. This is in my Shop My Stash project pan. If you watched that video, which was the last video, I was talking about my LYS powder and how I hit pan on it, and quite a big pan on it while it was in my Shop My Stash project pan. And I would love to be able to do the same with this one. I think I was joking a little bit with like hoping that it would happen this month, but you never know. And if it doesn't happen this month, I would like to pull this into a Shop My Stash again soon to be able to get pan on it, because I feel like hitting pan on pressed powders isn't that difficult. Okay, next I'm going to move on to my bronzer. This is the Terracotta Guerlain bronzer. This is also in my Shop My Stash project pan. Again, if you watched that video, I decided not to pull in my Marc Jacobs bronzer. That is on my planning to pan list, so it will get pulled into a project pan again this year, but I needed to take a little break on it. I worked on that for 12 months straight, and I used it a little bit into January. And so when I filmed my Shop My Stash project pan, I was like, okay, it is time to give myself a little bit of a break from that product. Even though I love it, like I feel like it performs so well. It's just like been such a workhorse product for me, but I think in an effort to avoid any burnout, I'm taking a little bit of time to work on something else, and I do enjoy this product as well. Next is my favorite product of the moment. This is the Benefit Benetint. I absolutely am loving this one for both my cheeks and lips. I just think it is such a stunning product, and I've been having so much fun using it since I rolled this in to my project pan. I also mentioned in one of my earlier videos that like one of the reasons I even decided to roll it into my project pan is because I like it so much. So I do one cheek at a time, and then I also do a little bit on my nose. I can also layer another blush on top if I want something a little bit more, which perhaps I'll do today. And then I also like to kind of line my lips with this too. Nothing crazy, but it just gives me a nice little tint to the lips, wakes them up a little bit. And then I will layer other products on top, but I just like having that base down. So I was talking about layering that, and I think I'm going to. So I have my Rare Beauty blush in the shade Happy, which is part of my Shop My Stash project pan. So I'm gonna take just a little bit of this, because this blush actually has quite a bit of shimmer in it, so I don't wanna go overboard, but I'm gonna tap that on my cheeks. And then I'm going to take my Urban Decay Afterglow highlighter in the shade Sin. This is part of my regular 5-pan project pan. And I'm gonna apply this to the high points of my face. I feel like this highlights pretty subtle compared to some of the other ones that I have. So I can be a little bit more liberal with it. But I am gonna go back in with my powder brush and just tap over everything. I feel like it helps blend a little bit together and mellow out some of what's going on. I am gonna come back to this for my inner corner, but before we get there, I am gonna pull in my Pat McGrath Mothership 10 palette, and this shade right here, which is one of the 2 shades that I've rolled into my Shop My Stash project pan. So if you're not aware, I've been doing Pan Those eyeshadows for the last several years, and after my 2025 Pan Those eyeshadows, I decided to put that project on hold for a little bit and figure out another way to get usage on my eyeshadow. So right now in my Shop My Stash project pan, I'm working on 2 eyeshadows, one that I selected, which was this one, and then one that I randomly rolled in, because that's like part of the big fun of the Pan Those eyeshadows project. And the same rules apply as in the regular Shop My Stash. I only need to use both of them twice. So ideally, if I can hit 5 uses across both every single month, I will work on 24 different eyeshadows in that project alone. So really excited about that. And I'm just gonna use this one how I've typically been using it, which is just lining the outer half of my lid just along my lash line and then dragging whatever's left on the brush down the same outer half of my lid, but on my lower lash line. It's just such a simple and easy look, but I've really been enjoying it and I don't feel like I'm doing too much. Okay, that's it for that eyeshadow. Next, I'm going to pull in my NYX eyeliner in the shade Golden Bronze, and I'm just gonna put this in my waterline. It's so funny, for the longest time in my life, I thought that the color of my eyes were brown, when in fact, they are much more hazel, and I love products like this because it really makes my eyes look more green than they probably are, but I love how it kind of pulls the green tones out in my eyes. So I'm just gonna go back to my highlight. Another way to use this and get usage on it, and pick up just this little mini brush and put it in my inner corner. Right, now we're gonna set everything. I'm using my On Till Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray from One Size. I love this product. I feel like it really locks everything in. So we will set with that. Spraying this and trying to breathe right away is not a good idea. You gotta let that get out of your air zone. I'm gonna use my ABH Clear Brow Gel and just set my brows. Keep my brow routine extremely simple, which is basically just locking them down. I just finished the tandem read for Throne of Glass, and so I believe I just have the last book left to read, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm really excited to be able to finish that series up. Now I'm just curling my eyelashes, and I'm gonna use my Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. All right, and last step is lips. So I have a couple of lip colors in my Shop My Stash project pan, and then I have a lip gloss in my regular 5-pan rolling style project pan. So I think I'm gonna use one of each. I'm just gonna dab a little bit of this Lipstick Queen lipstick in the shade The Truth on, and then I'll put on my gloss. And then I'm gonna layer over that this Fenty Gloss Bomb Cream in the shade Fenty Glow. Like I said, this is in my regular project pan. I feel like a little bit of this gloss goes a long way, so I'm not gonna do a ton. Okay, so this is the final look. The nice thing about this is, especially with setting it like this, even though it is a little bit earlier in the day, this is gonna last me all night out in New York City, which is amazing. And yeah, I'm just like loving all of these products together. I feel like they've come together so nicely, and it's so fun being able to curate all of these different projects, but then all the products really work together and deliver a look that I absolutely love and I feel really confident in, which is so important. And really, like, one of the, you know, that's why we wear makeup. It makes us feel good. It's fun. So really happy about all of that. And I hope all of you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. So excited to be ending off the month with a little bit of a Project Pan Get Ready With Me. You can expect to see one of these every month this year, and we'll be doing some updates of my Project Pan coming up soon. So excited to be sharing those with you as well. So I hope all of you are doing well and staying safe, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.